Hi members, I'm just going to do a quick tutorial on the gel method. I have done one previously, but I thought I'd do a quick refresh. I'm going to be using the CN Designer Dips Gothic Rose. I haven't used it yet, so I might do those today. But I'm just literally going to do one finger, so it's a fairly quick tutorial. I will be pausing in between, so just keep that in mind. So I'm just going to prepare mine now. I'm just going to take the shine off with the buffing block. Just do your usual prep, push your cuticles back and take the shine off. So before I start, I'm just going to take one of my little lint-free wipes and some cleansing solution, which is the Blue Sky one I use. And just wipe that dust off from buffing. Oh yeah. Okay, so with the gel method, you need a UV lamp and you need UV base and top coat. So I'm going to start with my base coat. I've got my dip in a little cup case here. So as with dip liquids, I don't start right the way down to the cuticle. So I'm going to do really thin layers. You don't want a lot of gel on there. You don't want it running off your nail. So sort of 3/4 of the way down. A nice thin layer of that gel. Now I'm just going to lay that into that cup case. Just like that. Just nice and easy. Give it a tap off. If there's any glitter pieces in, which I have, I'm just going to tap those down very lightly. And then I'll put it under the lamp for about 60 seconds. Obviously, I'm only doing one finger. So if you was doing the whole hand, obviously just do the whole hand first and then put the whole hand under the lamp. So that's just going under for 60 seconds. Okay, so that's out of the lamp. I'm just going to give that a brush off. You don't want any excess powder on there. I will say this is a thermal UV sun changer, so it's going to sort of change colours as I'm doing it, as I'm putting it under the lamp. So that's one layer. So your next layer will be another base coat. So just use your base coat as you would in your dip liquids to layer up that gel, just to layer up those colours. So again, I would just go in a little bit further to the cuticle. Again, don't touch the skin with the gel. It won't do you any harm, but obviously the powder will stick to wherever you've got the gel. So just pop that on. And again, I'm just going to lay that into the powder. You can pour over, definitely. That's another good method. I wouldn't actually dip because sometimes it scrunches the powder up on the nail. So just lay it in or pour it over and then give that a dust off. You don't brush it off, you put it straight under the lamp. Again for 60 seconds. Okay, just take that out of the lamp and give that a good brush off. Okay, don't be frightened about brushing your powder off. You want to get all of that excess powder off. This is gel or normal dip liquids. Get all of that dust off before you start another nail. Otherwise you can contaminate your liquids. So just going in with the base liquid. Just keep going with the base liquid until you get a nice sort of even colour. Now I'm going a little bit closer to the cuticle this time. I'll probably do 3 or 4 colours. A lot of people like the gel method because you get a lot longer to apply your powder. And I think there's probably a lot less buffing time. So I'm just going to lay that in again. And tap that off. Now at this moment I'm going to use my little cuticle tool and I'm going to go right round the outside. So again, using the gel method you get a lot more time to tidy up around your cuticle area because the gel isn't the gel doesn't dry until it goes under the lamp. Just going to tap those glitters in a little bit. They're not sticking up terribly, but I do like to keep the buffing time down. Like so. And now I'm just going to dip that in one more time because it seems to have sort of soaked the UV base gel up. So I'm just going to tap that in one more time, just so it's got a really nice cover of powder there. So you do get longer to sort of play around with getting that nice cuticle line there. So I'm going to pop that under the lamp again for 60 seconds. Okay, that's been under for 60 seconds, and then I'm just going to brush that off. I'm just going to do one more layer of that powder. So that's 4 in total. You don't have to do 4. But even with using dip liquids, I like to use 4. Just go really nice and carefully. Say with gel, you don't have to worry about drying time. It doesn't dry until you put it under the lamp. And then just lay that in the powder. And so it is better in the way if you need more time. Obviously gel is better. You're not sort of rushing because that dip liquid's drying. And then go around with your cuticle tool. This is a dotting tool from Amazon. I got 2 in a pack. They're really good. If you need to know any products, just let me know and I'll do my best to find the links. I'm just going to just lay that in one more time because it's sort of soaking up that liquid, that gel. And then again, I'm going to pop that under the lamp right now for 60 seconds. Okay, that's been under for 60 seconds. I'm just going to brush that off. Give it a really good brush off. You don't want any of that dust left on, that powder left on the nail. Just use one of these nail brushes. You can get a nice big pack from the supermarket or Amazon. So give that a good brush off. So I'm just going to use my base coat again. Obviously just do the whole 5 fingers. I'm only doing 1 just for the tutorial. So you need 2 layers now of your UV base liquid. This is like your encapsulating stage that you're going to buff. So again, just put that on there. Cap the free edge and then put that under the lamp for 60 seconds. Okay, last layer of your base coat. Now you'll see it's quite bumpy, but you'll buff those out in a moment. That's it. And pop that back under the lamp. Okay, that's all done now. That's all cured under the lamp. With this, you need to wipe the sticky layer off. So just give that a wipe. Get your file and your buffing block ready. And just go round that edge there. Just to get your shape back in. And then use your buffing block to give that a really good buff down. This is why I do 3-4 layers, because it gives you a really sort of nice buffing time. You can can really give that a good buff to get all of those bumps out, whereas if you only use it in sort of 2 layers, you're not going to be able to do that. Work on those cuticle sort of areas there. The reason why I start 3/4 of the way down the nail is because I don't like that really big build up along the cuticle there. And that's just a little tip for you, because I just find it's, you know, you get that big ridge, and when it starts growing out you catch your hair in it and all sorts of things. So just sort of, if you can just go to that cuticle in the last 2 layers, that's lovely and smooth. You can just run your finger over and you'll see, you'll feel how smooth that is. There we are. So again, because there's going to be dust on that nail, just go in with your wipes and give it a good wipe over, just to get all that dust off. And the very last stage is your top coat. I use a no wipe top coat, so you won't need to wipe it anymore. So just go in with that, and that will leave your nail nice and shiny. Cut the free edge. Okay, that is obviously the positive side of gel. You don't get sort of, you get a lot more time to work with the powder. Okay, I'm just going to pop that under for 60 seconds. That's complete now. Really nice and smooth and glossy and shiny. And that's the gel method. Thanks for watching.